Hi, I'm Coach Landry, and the topic is the weight management secret that no one has told you. Now, obviously, America is obsessed with the idea of losing weight, and for the most part, they should be because this country has a complete obesity problem, and just in general, people being slightly overweight. But the good news is about all this, it's all reversible with the right attitude, all of it. I mean, there's plenty of quick fixes for weight loss. Just about any weight loss program, diet, trick will work. But this is temporary. The vast majority of individuals gain their weight back, and often they become heavier than their original weight. And it's likely because mentally they feel a little depressed about not being able to sustain what they accomplished. When people tell me about their new diet or ask for weight management tips, because weight management is actually of the mind more than anything, I ask them one question. And the same question I ask myself when I feel the need to shed a few pounds. What are you willing to do for the rest of your life? Low carb diets, fasting diets, cleansing diets, low fat diets, all will work in the short run. But what people who want to lose weight need to think about is the long run. Being healthy is what matters, and health is a long run issue. It's not something you can do for only a year. You don't stick with health and habit for a week or a month or a year. What are you willing to do to keep up with? Are you really going to eat that many vegetables the rest of your life? Probably not. Avoid desserts forever? Not likely. Exercise rigorously day after day? The reality is people eventually wear their muscles of self-control thin and they return to their previous patterns. This is why the biggest challenge in losing weight by far is maintaining. It's maintenance, right? The elephant in the room is not how can I lose weight? It's how I keep the weight off for years down the road. But weight loss maintenance doesn't sell as well as pills. So there's no point in people advertising how to maintain it because people don't want that. People want the quick fix because their life is moving too quick to slow down to do anything other than a pill. So I'm going to go through some things that I think will help you kind of get in the mental aspect because that's what life coaches do. We mentally get you geared up for where you need to be to do anything. It doesn't matter if you're going to start working out. It doesn't matter if you're going to run a marathon. It doesn't matter if you're going to go for that promotion at work. You mentally have to get somewhere, and everything starts with the mind when it comes to humans. So that's what life coaches are for. Number one, I would probably say shifting to your internal resources. All the strategies I just mentioned are external strategies, resources outside of yourself to turn people who do something for you, give you something. But there are character strengths within you are the ingredients for success. You don't need all these things. You actually just need a diet and yourself, and that's it. So how are you going to start an exercise program in your busy schedule without your strength of mentality? And how's your exercise plan going without your strength of zest? You've got to have these things in order to put behind the idea, How will you do when you go to the grocery store shopping without these strengths of perspective and self-regulation? And how are you going to learn about ingredients of healthy recipes without curiosity and love of learning? You're on my channel right now because obviously you want to learn. Knowledge is of value to you. So becoming mindful of your naturally occurring strengths can help you stick with changes you wish to make. A lot of people used to work out with professionals, or they were young and they were an athlete, but they don't have those habits anymore. So it's unlikely a person will succeed in maintaining weight loss without perseverance. The strength involved with overcoming obstacles and hindrances and setbacks are inevitable when it comes to trying to regularly eat nutritious food, avoid unhealthy foods. Hey, I'm a sugar lover myself. I can't get away from candy. I love candy. But I try to offset that with walking my dog, getting to the park, and if I buy a snack at the grocery store, I also make sure I buy something to go alongside of it. Or I have a good cook around that can help me. I use my Reza as an outside resource to help me make my internal resources stronger. So engage in virtuous circles and of your character strength. Just remember, you possess all these strengths already. You don't need to have somebody give them to you. You just need someone to remind you of them from time to time because we get lost in things that we focus on. There's no doubt that the one character strength that can lead to another, or that it will lead to another, and helping to create a virtuous circle of positive benefit. This is especially important in creating healthy habits for weight management. For example, you're keeping a regular food log and what you monitor, and you write down everything you drink and you eat and all those kind of things. And you plan your meals and exercise, which can lead to an increase in confidence to push past the lengthy and negative thinking surrounding exercise, right? It's really a self-conditioning that you have to get into. We've all worked out, all done it, and then given up and gone right back to what we've done. You've actually got to work on the conditioning of your brain. Remember? Okay, it's just like when you get, psychology is of the mind. It's just like if you hit your knee and you hurt your knee, there's also pain of the mind. Pain of the mind is when you give up, when you're unsatisfied, when you're unfulfilled. You don't need to worry about that. That's all bullshit. You can beat all of that. It's all about you actually sitting down one day and deciding to do so and then chipping away at it. Cold turkey methods don't work. The mind is not built for quitting something the next day. The mind is built for reconditioning over time. So some takeaway tips are, I would say, pay particular attention to the 3 aforementioned strengths that I said. Influence on one another, how you might consciously deploy more self-regulation, and perseverance in your diet and exercising. Another thing I would say to take away is another strength that's important to attend to is kindness, particular kindness turned inward. We all know we're going to get criticism from other people. I give criticism to people. It's part of what makes progress in life. However, be kind to yourself. You're going to slip up. That's an inevitable. So don't be so disappointed when you do. Laugh it off, move to the next day, and get something done. So remember, building and maintaining a new lifestyle is a challenge for anybody. However, if you ignore your internal resources, you might as well be running up an upwards hill with rocks being thrown at you along the way, because that's what you're doing. You're trying to move rocks and dodge things as you're going because you're not even using your internal resources. You're relying on things outside of you. So stop relying on things outside of you. Get something done, get out there. And as I always tell everybody and every one of my clients, get out there and be somebody. There's no excuse for not getting something that you really have passion towards and that you actually want to get done. So I hope this information helps you. And if you'd like to book a personal session, contact me via the email below. And if you found this information helpful, show your appreciation by clicking the PayPal donation button, and I will talk to you soon.